kill Abel. Unbalanced land trying to keep.
Today, from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Denver Broncos taking on the Miami Dolphins.
And off we go from Denver.
Kickoff for Miami.
Takes it at the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback. Back in the NFL for the first time since 2016, it's Colin Kaepernick.
A lot of defensive coordinators are up late the night before they take on Colin Kaepernick because they know he's not an easy man to scheme against. He can beat you with the big arm, taking shots downfield. Also beat you with his legs, either off of designed runs or in the passing game by improvising and taking off.
He'll have a first down past the 40 and brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. A gain of 3, second down.
Melvin Gordon, the ball carrier. Christian Wilkins on the stop.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 40-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll try and run for it with Lindsay. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. Catch made here by Campbell. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 27-yard line.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the
Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And out of bounds right around the 20. A gain of 6 there on first.
At the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. He's got his tight end fan. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing, so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
They go back to the ground now with Lindsey. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Philip Lindsey, his first touchdown of the year. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The Dolphins now taking the field, led by the 5th overall pick back in April out of Alabama. Quarterback Tua Tagovailoa.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
3rd down.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why?
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
3rd and 4.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
1st and 10.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, here's Kaepernick.
6-yard line.
Forced out to his left. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And down to the 27-yard line. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Kaepernick was looking to throw, but then it became decision time. And when he saw they had room to run, he made the right decision to pull it down there, and he winds up picking up the 1st down.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 27. Now a carry for Lindsey. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and
They'll try the draw, Lindsey. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
on the carry.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
No gain on the play.
Kaepernick going to throw. This is the tight end Fant. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Noah Fant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a 1st down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the 1st down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Matt Breida. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, he can't hold him.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the 14-yard line.
Nothing the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Dolphins nothing.
2nd and 21. A lot of ground to cover. Running out of the gun here, Breida. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
The 19-yard line. A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Uchenna Nwosu got the sack there.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, Kaepernick. That's complete, Okuebuna. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw, Kaepernick. He dumps it underneath here to Lindsey. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. To throw, it's Kaepernick. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. Leads to 2nd and goal.
Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Philip Lindsey with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Broncos push further out in front. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And it is now 21-0. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it was capped off by a Philip Lindsey touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Miami set to take over. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. And he'll go underneath here to Breida. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
And the Dolphins 1st down.
Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and...
Out of the shotgun, Breida. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
Run there by Matt Breida, and he spent the early part of his career in San Francisco, sharing the backfield and sharing the ball. What you really want with him, open space and make sure he's touching it, because he can take it from 0 to the end zone in a very short amount of time.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. This is Gaskin on the carry. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle. On 2nd down, Tua. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Gotta credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. From the gun, it's Tua. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just try to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Out there to start their next drive, Philip Lindsay and the Broncos. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates,
and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. 1:57 to go in this 1st half on EA Sports. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. They'll run here with Lindsay. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
Jakeem Grant on the return. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10.
Matt Breida, the offense, heading back out. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think he should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Now Colin Kaepernick and the offense heading back out onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter.
6 brings up 2nd and 4.
Now Kaepernick throwing on 2nd down. Got a man. It's the rookie Jerry Jeudy. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 15. A final shot before half for Kaepernick. That's going to be caught by Jeudy. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis, where it was the Colts who were able to come away with the home victory. Marlon Mack, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. We'll stay in the AFC South as we head over to check on the Jags at home in Jacksonville. And they were winners in that game over the visiting Detroit Lions. 35-10 was the final. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Chicago Bears. The final score, 22-13. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race. Very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They run again with Breida. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
3rd down.
This is Breida. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
It's a gain of 6.
They really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Breida. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
Now Tua.
2nd and 9 at the 39-yard line.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but if the ball's in the air, they treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
McManus now for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
Their own 25-yard line.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
A gain of 7 yards. And
here's Tua.
3rd down.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Denver's offense ready to go again. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Noah Fant was a first-round pick in 2019, and he was picked because of his receiving skills. Had 40 catches in his rookie season for 562 yards. Did have 2 games where he topped 100 yards in each of those. Yes, he's still developing as a blocker, but that's not why he went in the first round. He went there for his ability to make big plays down the field.
On 1st down, Lindsey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef, that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I know a lot of Denver fans are really excited about the possibilities for Courtland Sutton now that Drew Lock is entrenched as their starting quarterback. Remember, last season, the last 5 games with Lock as the guy in charge, the team went 4-1. I think they'll only get better and better. As for the season, Courtland Sutton had 1,112 yards and 6 touchdowns with 3 different quarterbacks. Just put the ball in his vicinity, and he'll make a play.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Another run by Lindsey.
31-yard line.
And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 26. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
On the tackle. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Now Kaepernick. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Paris Campbell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos add on.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now McManus for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A 10-play drive that time, and it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Miami set to take over. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what...
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Tua going to throw. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
6. And it's 3rd down.
Looking to pass. Tua. And that is incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. A pass there complete to Sutton. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now it's Lindsey. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Dolphins, nothing.
On second down now. It's Gordon, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They run it here with Gordon. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. Lindsey. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. From the left hash, this from 37. The kick by McManus is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand.
38. Dolphins, nothing.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard
So
line.
now here come the Dolphins. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
2 and now on first down.
And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. A gain of 6 there on first. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 35-yard line.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And the Dolphin first down.
Tua sets up to pass it. Able to find Shaheen here. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. Caught on the right side by Jones. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 6. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tua finding Gesicki there for a Dolphin first. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Kareem Jackson on the coverage.
Tua to throw again. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And it's caught by Parker. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. On first down, Tagovailoa. He'll find Parker again, complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. From the gun, it's Tua. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback. But, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead. But at the same time, got it done. It'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
And coming out now, the Broncos. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Lindsey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Higgins on the stop. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 43-yard line.
They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Broncos, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll have another